Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing part 3 of my declutter series. I am going to be decluttering all of my lip products, so if you are interested in that, then just keep watching. Here are my lip liners all sorted out. I'm gonna kind of swatch these and see what I want to keep and what I want to declutter, and then I will come back with the final total. I am going to keep these 7 and declutter these 12. Here are my lip balms and lip masks. I have this from Glow Recipe. This is the Lip Pop. I have not even used this and I don't think I will, so I am going to pass this along. I have this lip scrub from ColourPop in collaboration with Lizzie McGuire. I've only used this 2 or 3 times and I just don't really find myself using lip scrubs a whole lot, so I am going to pass this along. From Kosas, I have the Kosas Sport Hyaluronic Lip Balm in the shade Rush. I don't really use this a whole lot. I think I've only used this maybe like 2 or 3 times, so I'm going to pass this one along. From Rare Beauty, I have the lip balm in Nearly Apricot. I really love this formula, but I think I just don't really use this color a whole lot, so I will pass this along. Maybe if it was more of a pinky nude, I would use this, but since it's more of a peachy shade, I just don't really find myself using this a whole lot, so I will pass this along. From NARS, this is the Afterglow Lip Balm in Dolce Vita. I am going to keep this. I really enjoy using this. From Summer Fridays, I have the Lip Butter Balm. This is in Vanilla Beige. I love this. This might be one of my favorite lip balms, so I will be keeping this. From Fresh, I have the Sugar Hydrating Lip Balm. This is in Mango. I am almost done with this, so I'm going to be keeping this. I will just use it up. I have 2 of these Laneige lip sleeping masks. This one is almost done. It's very old, so I am just going to toss this. And then this one is brand new. I have not even used this yet, so I am going to keep this one. I have the Lawless Forget the Filler Overnight Lip Plumping Mask. This is in Sweet Dreams. I love this product, so I am going to be keeping it. From Tarte, I have the Jelly Glaze. This is the Anytime Lip Mask in Toasted Coconut. I really do like this, but I just don't find myself using it a whole lot, so I am going to pass this along to someone else. From Patrick Ta, I have the Major Glow Softening Lip Mask. I have not used this yet. I got this in a subscription box, but I am going to keep it because I definitely want to test this out. From Glow On Fifth Beauty, I have the Lip Dew Tinted Lip Balm. I am going to be keeping this. I am going to be keeping 7 and decluttering 6. Here are all of my liquid lipsticks and bullet lipsticks. I have 4 of these NYX Shine Loud lipsticks. Some of these are getting a little bit older, so I am going to declutter. This is in the shade Self-Taught Millionaire. I am going to declutter this one. This one is also green, and I don't really use it a whole lot, so I'm going to declutter this. This one is also getting kind of old and it makes my lips dry. This is in Magic Maker. I really do like this, so I will probably repurchase this shade, but I'm going to declutter this. And then this one is in the shade Goal Getter. I really like this shade, but again, it's getting kind of old, so I'm going to declutter this one. This one I am going to keep because it's one of my newer ones. This is in the shade Boundary Pusher. I love this one, so I will be keeping that. I have 4 of these from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I have these in bags just because the lip liners don't have the names on it and they go with each individual liquid lipstick. So I am going to be keeping all of these. This one is in the shade Tease. This is in the shade Doll Face. This one is in Haunting, and the last one is in the shade Like a Pro. I'm just going to keep all of these. I have 3 of these little minis from Charlotte Tilbury. These are the, I think these are just their regular lipsticks. I have the shade Pillow Talk, Very Victoria, and Walk of No Shame. These are really old, probably going on 2 years old, so I'm going to get rid of these. I think these are all of my lip products from ColourPop. I have the lipstick in Dream House. This is from the Barbie collection. I got this in a mystery box and I've only used this once, so I'm not really going to use this, so I'm going to pass this along. I have these two lip creams. This was from last year's Halloween collection. They are starting to get a funky smell, so I'm going to declutter both of these. This is in Hello Boys and Tonight We Fly. I really like these shades, but I am going to have to toss these. Then I have the Just a Tint from ColourPop. This is in the shade Pink Flamingo. I got this in a mystery box. Again, I'm not really going to use this shade, so I am going to pass this along. I have this little mini from Pat McGrath. This is in the shade Divine Rose. I just bought this year and I really like this shade, so I am going to keep this. I have two Stunna lip paints from Fenty Beauty. This one is in the shade Underrated and this is in the shade Unmatched. I love these two shades, but I am going to have to toss these because these are going on 2 or 3 years old and they're starting to dry out my lips when I use them, so I know that this means they are going to have to be tossed. Also from Fenty Beauty, I have the Mademoiselle. This is in Dragon Mommy. This is starting to get a little bit of a smell. I really love the color of this, but these are getting old and I don't even think they sell these anymore, so I am going to have to toss this. I have 3 of these from Bite Beauty. These are the Power Move Soft Matte Lipsticks. Bite Beauty is not a brand anymore, unfortunately, but I will be decluttering this shade. This is more of like a yellowy orangey shade. I just don't really wear these shades a whole lot, so I am going to pass this one along. And then these two are Pluto and Sugar Buns. This one is Pluto. And then this one is Sugar Buns. I really like both of these and I tend to wear them a lot, so I am going to keep these. From Sephora, I have the Lip Last Matte Lipstick. I have the shade Taffy. I was looking for kind of a mauvey purple shade and I ended up picking out this one and it's an ugly shade. I just don't really wear this shade a whole lot. I am sure someone else would wear it and it would look fabulous on them, but it does not look good on me. I have 2 from Rare Beauty. These are getting pretty old. These are the matte lip creams. I have the shade Fearless and then I have a mini in the shade Inspire. This one is, I think, going on 2 or 3 years old, so I am going to toss this one. And then this one is maybe a year or so old, but I find I just don't wear this shade a whole lot, so I will pass this one along. I have a lipstick from Uma Beauty. This is in the shade Maya. I haven't really worn this, so I know I'm probably not going to use it, so I am going to pass this one along. From Oden's Eye, I have a cream lipstick in Brown Rose. I just don't really wear shades like this, so I'm just going to give this to a friend or a family member. I have a mini KVD liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Mother. I haven't even used this. I don't think I have even swatched it. I might have swatched it, but I know I haven't used it, so I am going to pass this one along. From Kylie Cosmetics, I have the collaboration with the Grinch. I love the Grinch and I love the packaging of this, but this is getting, I think, 2 years old, maybe 3. So I am going to get rid of this. This is really old. I love the color of it, but I'm just gonna have to toss this. I have 3 of these Velvet Matte Lip Pencils from NARS. I have the shade Corella, which is a red. I don't even think I have used this, so I know I probably won't use it, so I will pass this one along. And I have 2 in the shade Dolce Vita. One I have used and one I have not used, so I'm going to declutter one. From About Face, I have the matte painted lip color in the shade Take Aim. I really like this shade, but I find I don't really use liquid lipsticks a whole lot, so I am going to declutter this. I have 3 long-lasting lipsticks from Ofra. I have the shade Leora, Brooklyn, and Las Olas. I'm going to declutter this one and then I will keep these 2. I have a little mini from Makeup Forever. This is the Rouge Artist lipstick in the shade 402. I am going to declutter this. I have only used this a couple times, but it's just a little mini and I find I don't really use these bright red shades that much, so I will declutter this one. I have two of these from Milani. This is in the shade Desire and this is in Tied Up. One is a bullet lipstick and the other one is kind of like a lip balm. I just stuck my finger in it, but I am going to declutter the both of these. I just don't really use these colors a whole lot. It's a really pretty brown shade. This is what both of them look like, but I just don't really use them a whole lot, so I will declutter these. From Misha Beauty, I have this cream lipstick. I really like this one. This is what that color looks like. I find that I would use it more than this one, so I am going to keep this one. From Persona, I have the E-Balm in Meditate. This is getting pretty old and it's starting to smell a little funny and the color is starting to change, so I am going to toss this. I have a lipstick from Gucci. This is in the shade Call It a Day. It's like a cream lipstick. I am going to keep this. I really like the shade and the formula. From Makeup by Mario, I have the Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Serum in the shade Rose Glow. I really like this shade. I definitely want to pick up more of these, so I will be keeping this one. And from Dior, I have the Rouge Dior Forever in the shade 100 Forever Nude Look. This is just a matte lipstick and I really like the shade and the formula of this, so I am going to be keeping this one. I have a cream lipstick from Fenty Beauty. I love that these are interchangeable so you can buy more shades. I have the shade Ballin' Babe, so I will be keeping this. I have a mini lipstick from YSL. This is the Rouge Per Couture. This is in the shade 70. I don't really use this very often, so I think I'm going to pass it along. From Makeup Forever, I have the Rouge Artist Shine On lipstick in the shade Joyful Petal. I really like the packaging of this and I love the color. It's kind of like a blue toned pink, so I will be keeping that. I have a cream lipstick from Huda Beauty. This is in the shade Sweet Cheeks. I really like the shade and formula of this, so I will be keeping this one. From Revlon, I have the Color Stay Matte Light Crown in the shade Air Kiss. It's kind of a deeper red shade. I really like this. I've been using it a lot for the holiday season, so I will be keeping this one. From Gwen Stefani, I have the shade Original Recipe, which is her iconic red shade. I will be keeping that. We have a few more lipsticks left. From Say, this is the Lip Blur in the shade Modern. I love this formula and I really love this shade. I definitely want to get more of these, so I will be keeping that. I have the Hydrating Core Lip Shine from e.l.f. This is in the shade Happy. I really like this shade and I love the formula of it, so I would definitely recommend these, but I will be keeping this one. Another one from e.l.f. This is the Seriously Satin. I have the shade Nectar. I like this color. I just find I don't really use this a whole lot, so I think I'm going to pass this along. I will be keeping the last three. I have from Tarte. This is the Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. This is in the shade Primrose. I got this for Christmas, so I haven't used it yet. I just got it, so I will be keeping that. And from Clinique, I have Black Honey. I just have a little mini. I will be keeping that. And then from Dior, I have the shade Rose de Vince. This is a cream lipstick. I love this. This might be one of my favorite cream lipstick formulas. I love the color. Definitely want to pick up more, but I will be keeping this one. I will be keeping 24 lip products, and I will be decluttering 33. Here are all of my lip glosses. I think it'll be easiest to sort these out by brands, so I'm going to do that really quickly off camera, and then I will come back. Here are the glosses where I only have one from the brand. Starting off with Bath & Body Works, I have this lip gloss in Twisted Peppermint. I don't really care for this, so I'm going to declutter it. From Patrick Ta, I have the Major Volume Plumping Gloss. This is in the shade 2ccs. I really like the formula of this, so I'm going to keep that. From Unearthly Cosmetics, I have the lip gloss in the shade Cupid. I love the color of this gloss and how sparkly it is. I also really like the formula. I definitely want to get more lip products from Unearthly, so I will be keeping that. I have a lip gloss from Muse Beauty. I don't really really like the shade of this. It's a little too light for me, so I am going to pass this along. From Cali Ray, I have the Glazed and Infused Plumping Glassy Lip Trip in the shade Likely Story. This color is okay. It doesn't really look the best on my skin tone, so I'm going to pass this along. From Maybelline, I have the Lifter Gloss in the shade Moon. I love this formula. If you're looking for an alternative to the Fenty Gloss Bomb, I would definitely recommend these, so I will be keeping that. From Essence, I have the Juicy Balm Lip Gloss. This is in the shade Pink Lemonade. This is very, very light. It does not look good on my skin tone or my lips, so I will be passing this one along. From Juice Tube, I have the shade Champagne. I really don't use this. I got this in a subscription box. I don't even know if I have really opened this, so I am just going to pass this along to someone else. From Rowan Beauty, I have the Liquid Lip Balm in the shade Charlie. I really like the shade of this, and I really like the formula, but I just don't find myself using this that much, so I think I'm going to pass this along. This is very sad, but this is very old, and I think I'm going to have to declutter it. This is from Dior. This is in the shade, this is the Stellar Gloss in the shade J'adore. As you can see, the tube is yellow. It's supposed to be white. That is disgusting. So I'm just gonna close that and toss this. From Merit, I have the Tinted Lip Oil in the shade Sangria. I really like this formula. I wish I would have bought maybe a different shade. So I think I'm going to pass this along. This might go in my maybe pile. From ColourPop, I have the Glossy Lip Stain. This is in the shade Cherry Up. I have only used this once and it's okay. I don't really like the color. I think I got this in a mystery box, so I will pass this one along. I just got this for Christmas. This is from e.l.f. in the shade Pinkies Up. I will be keeping this because I haven't even used it yet. Same with this product from NARS. This is the Afterglow Lip Shine in the shade Dolce Vita. Got this for Christmas and I haven't used it yet, so I'll be keeping that. This is really old from Artist Couture. I think it's about 2 years old, maybe a little bit older. This is in the shade Uncensored 2.0. I will be tossing this. It is very old and it probably smells disgusting. From LA Colors, this is the High Shine Shea Butter Lip Gloss in the shade Dynamite. I have not used this yet and I haven't even opened it, so I might just pass this along to someone else. I already have a red gloss that I really like that you will see in a little bit later, so I will be passing this along. From Estee Lauder, this is in the shade Rebellious Rose. I got this, one of my coworkers gave this to me. It has a brush applicator, which I don't really use, so I think I'm just going to pass this along. From MAC, this is the Stranger Things collaboration, and this is in the shade Excellent Erica. I don't really know why I bought this, to be honest. I bought it when it was on sale at Ulta. I think I have maybe just swatched it once, so I'm just gonna pass this along to someone else. From In Beauty Project, I have the lip oil glaze in the shade Frosé. I am going to use this. I bought this year and I just really haven't used it as much, but I think once I declutter a whole bunch of my lip products, I will definitely use this more. This was in my maybe pile, but I think I decided I'm gonna get rid of it. It is a really pretty shade, but I think I just need to get a lighter colors, one that I will wear more, so I will declutter this. I have 4 glosses from Pat McGrath. I have the shade Sunset Rose, which I will be decluttering. This is about 3 years old, so I need to get rid of this. And Flush 6, this was also part of the same set. I also need to get rid of this because it is very old and it's starting to separate. I know I didn't use that much of it, so I'm gonna pass that along. I will be keeping the shade Divine Rose. I just bought this year and I really love this shade, so I'm going to keep that. I will be keeping the shade Love Potion. It's a really pretty light nude shade with some sparkles. I have it swatched right there. I have 2 lip glosses from About Face. I know I got both of these in subscription boxes. This one I know I'm not going to use. It's a very bronzy shade, so I'm going to pass this one along. I also think I'm going to declutter the shade Angel on Fire. I already have this shade in my collection, so I will pass this along. I have 2 lip stains from Odin's Eye. I think I am going to pass both of these along. I have the shade Dry Dates and Sweet Tulip. I've only used used these once, so I think someone will definitely get some more use out of these. Moving on to my favorite, I have the Lawless Forget the Filler. I have quite a bit of shades, so I'm gonna start off with the original. This is in the shade Rosy Outlook. I've had this for a while. I'm almost done with it, but it's starting to get a little funny smell. Yeah, not good. So I am going to toss this one, but I do have a mini of it and it is newer to my collection, so I am going to keep this one. I'm getting really close to using up the shade Velvet. I had to take the stopper out, so I have a couple more uses out of this, so once I use this up, then I will obviously get rid of it, so it won't be much longer for me to use that up. This came in a set. I don't think I will use it. This is in the shade Daisy Pink. It's a very bright and light pink. I have not used this yet, so I am going to pass this along to someone else. I do have a full size. This is in the shade George. This is a really pretty kind of brown nude color. I will be keeping this one. From NYX, I have two of the This Is Milky Gloss. I have the shade Lilac Splash and Cherry Skimmed. I think I am going to declutter Lilac Splash. I use it a couple of times, but I just don't find myself using lilac a whole lot. I do have a purpley toned lip gloss coming up that I will be keeping, so I will pass this one along, and then I will keep Cherry Skimmed. And I will be keeping the NYX This Is Juice Gloss. I have the shade, I think it's Pomegranate. Yeah, Pomegranate Cloud. I will be keeping this one. I really love this formula. I would definitely recommend it. I think it's perfect for the summertime. I have the three lip glosses from the first Michaela and Glamlight collab. These don't have names on it, so I'm not sure what the names are, but these are the three that she came out with. I really don't use a whole lot of white glosses. I also don't use a whole lot of gold glosses, and then this is just a nude color, so I think I am going to pass these along. I really haven't used them that much, so I know I probably won't use them if I keep them, so I will pass them along so someone else can get quite a bit of use out of them. I will be keeping both of these from Ofra. I have the shade Clear and the shade Scorpio. Of course, the clear one is clear, but the Scorpio is kind of a white gloss with a iridescence to it, so I will be keeping both of those. I will be honest, I'm going to keep all of these from Tower 28. I will not be getting rid of any of my Tower 28 glosses. I'm just going to keep them all, but I will run through the shades that I have. I have Cashew. This is brand new to me. I just got it for Christmas, so I'll be keeping that one. The shade Chill, Spicy, Chestnut, XOXO, Coconut, and Dream. I smelled this and it does not smell good at all. I'm pretty happy with how much use I've gotten out of it. It's pretty much all gone, but I will definitely be throwing this away. So I'll probably repurchase it at some point, but for now I'm going to throw this away. Moving on to my Fenty lip glosses. This is going to be pretty hard, but I have 4 lip stains. I'm going to be keeping all 4 of these. I just got these this year. I have the shade Strawberry Sangria, Berry Banger, My Type, and Zesty Bestie. I will be keeping all 4 of these. I really love the formula of this, and I haven't had them very long, so I'm going to keep those. This is very embarrassing, but this is my first Fenty gloss. I don't know why I still have it. It is very old. It's in the shade Fenty Glow. I am going to have to throw this in the trash. I have the shade Glass Slipper, which is just a clear gloss. I think I'm going to pass this along. I haven't really used it, and I already kept a clear from Tower 28 and Ofra, so I will pass this one along. I have 3 cream shades. I have Candy Milk, Fenty Glow, and Fruit Snacks. I am going to keep all 3 of these. I have 2 heat shades. I have Lavender Savage and Hot Chocolate. Hot Chocolate is one of my favorites, so I'm going to be keeping both of these. I'm going to go through these off camera really quickly, and I will come back with the ones that I kept and ones that I decluttered. I cannot believe that this just happened, but I am keeping 4. And I'm decluttering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am decluttering 7 and keeping 4. Some of these are very old, from like 2020, I think. So these have to go. I am decluttering the shade Fussy. This is very similar to the Maybelline gloss, so I'm keeping the Maybelline. So I'm gonna pass on the shade Fussy. Also the shade Champ Stamp Fantasy, Fenty Glow Fantasy, Taffy Tease, Hot Chocolate, Pretty Please, and Cheeky. Be keeping the shade Cake Shake, Ruby Milk, Pink Dragonfly, and Hot Chocolate Fantasy. Here is an overview of everything that I will be decluttering. I would say this is about half of my lip products. I'm very pleased with this. I am excited to have less lip products, so I'll get way more use out of them. I will not let it get like this again, hopefully, but that is everything for today's video. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure to follow my Instagram, Logan K Makeup, and thank you so much for watching. Bye everyone, have a good one.